back at it again with Next Level PT TV. Today we got Brian Henry here, owner of Lights Out Academy, where my clinic's based out of. He's going to help me go through something with you. We got a good topic today. I just had a good meeting with a guy named Tyler Joyce, physical therapist with Active Core. They're doing some really cool stuff. We were having a good conversation about the different classifications of mobility issues and where people are missing the boat a lot of times with their mobility work. So I'm going to go through those three classifications real quick and show you what a lot of people have been missing. So classification number one, where we spend most of our time with mobility work, is tissue extensibility problems. So tight muscles, trigger points, doing stretching, foam rolling, that type of stuff. We tend to focus, just in terms of the general public, we tend to focus a lot of energy into loosening tight muscles, right? That tends to be a big part of our mobility work. Classification number two is joint mobility dysfunction. So there's some more progressive people doing some work with this. You'll see people at CrossFit gyms using the power bands to distract hips and work joints. That's another classification of mobility. So soft tissue and joint tend to be the two areas that we focus our mobility work in, with the soft tissue being predominant. The third area, and the one that goes overlooked by most everyone, is this idea of stability dysfunction that masks itself as a mobility problem. So when we stretch someone, they look tight, but it's really not a tight muscle, it's really not a tight joint. It's an underlying stability issue that's causing that restriction of motion. And we're going to demo something real quick here on Brian to illustrate that idea. So Brian was complaining today, he's been having some tightness in his left hamstring. It's been bugging him with his football, baseball, and playing sports and stuff. So when we go to stretch his left hamstring, he gets tight right about there, right? Yeah. Because he's feeling a lot of tightness. Now, classic, mobility work would include your just basic hamstring stretching, your foam rolling, but a lot of times it's just a waste of time. So we'll show you a much quicker way that we tend to get at that. So what I'm going to have Brian do is bend his knees up here. All right, he's going to breathe in deep a couple times. I'm going to give him a little pressure here. Big breath in, big breath out. He's going to get all his air out, but he's going to come down. All right, big breath in. Right there. We're just going to have to take about 3 or 4 breaths here. All right, bring his legs back down. Okay, come up. That's much looser, right? All right, so 4 breaths we did. Will probably take 6 to 8 weeks of him stretching regularly to achieve. We did it with 4 breaths, right? So what the heck just happened there? It's definitely a little magic trick. So he walks around for 10, 15 minutes. That's going to tighten right back up on him. But really, that's a sign that the way his diaphragm is linking to his core, which is linking to his hips, is causing that excessive tone there. He doesn't really have a tight muscle that needs to get stretched. He's an active guy. He hasn't been sitting at a desk for 50 years. It's not a tight muscle. It's not a tight joint. So you have to be able to find this underlying stability issue and correct it. So what we're going to do is today, this video is really just to make you aware of this third category of mobility dysfunctions, and we'll probably follow this up with a good blog post on some common areas where this tends to happen and some different strategies you can use to correct it. So again, don't overemphasize your soft tissue work, your joint mobility work. If you really struggle with mobility issues and you struggle to find permanent improvement in that, it's a sign that you need to look a little deeper and find the underlying stability cause of your mobility restriction. So Dr. Mike Warehand again, Next Level PT TV, and stay tuned until next time.